Good evening, everyone. Hope we're all doing well. Tonight should be a fun one, because I'm in a bit of a mad mood. So, not mad as in angry, crazy. Don't know what it is, just in a real silly mood tonight. So, hello Hot Creamy Fire, hello Mr. T-Rex, Big Shark, Gary Pfeiffer, Kresk, Pillard, and James Hawkins. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing good. Let's hope this is all working. Yeah, it's all looking good. Yeah. Hopefully the music's coming in not too loud. I'm okay. Video capture device. No. Let's not do those. So hopefully the music's not too loud. Is that alright? This is just going to be copyright strike already, this video. But I don't give a shit because the live streams are not my money makers. But anyway, I'm drawing this. I'm drawing the Mega Raptor from a really low angle. So nice. Alright. I made something for this stream, which I'm hoping I get to show you guys if I ever need a break. So if I ever need a break, I made some. That's why it took so long. I was going to stream at 9, and it's taken me half an hour to get to this point because I was rendering something out. Anywho, right, we actually need to add a little Trypanosaurus to this frame. So what I'm going to do is actually move that under there. Move that. And I'm going to go, what's this, M10. Right, and now getting everything sorted. So I drew 2 layers and I forgot to add this little guy in, having a little jump. So I think what I'm going to do is have him, he's probably not even going to be in frame by the time I get to animate it, because if you notice this actual frame is like big because the camera is going to move from sort of like the bottom area to the top to back down to the bottom. So but I'm adding in all the detail. It's like I don't know what's going to be in shot when I finally move the camera around, but I want to make sure I at least cover everything. So it doesn't matter like how good this really looks because it's going to be getting so quick. Hello, Prehistoric Hero. Yeah, just in a bit of a silly mood today. No real reason. Just felt silly. I think it's because like the world right now for me is like seeming really stupid. Like I don't know if any of you guys have seen the things I was retweeting on Twitter earlier with those like girls doing those like. Someone summed it up. I can't remember who it was. They summed it up by saying it looks like something that you would see on a Paul Verhoeven, like a Paul Verhoeven movie, like in the background, like an advert. And so these girls like going, yum, hot dog, yum, 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 hot dog, yum, popcorn, yum. And it's like, oh my god, it's like nuts. What is the world coming to? But anyway, if you want to see what I'm talking about, I just tweeted out not too long ago, Arnold Schwarzenegger from Total Recall going ah to one of them. It's just nuts. Again, like I said, I'm not too fussed about this looking too good because it's going to be going so fast. That'll do. How many frames you got left of this episode? Asked James. Oh, so many. This is frame... What frame is this? The one I'm working on. This is frame 72. And I've still got so much of this episode to go. Part of me's thinking, you know, episode 4 ended up being, what, about 36 minutes long, nearly 40 minutes in length. I think this one might be an hour. I genuinely think this one might be like an hour's long. If I get everything... That's a prediction. It might not be an hour long, but I at the moment it feels like it's going to be an hour long episode. But I took a big hefty break from it during June to concentrate on doing those Jurassic June videos. And then after the Jurassic June videos, I was sick of making videos, so I just wanted to do nothing. So luckily those were scheduled out through all of June, so I had some time to, you know, not do anything. Spend some time with my family and actually be a human being for once. And yeah, so then that's what I did. And now I've come back, I'm like, you know what? I've got Jurassic Misconception videos. I know, James, I reached out to you because I want to do a reading through my old Jurassic Park 4 script. But you know what? At the moment, I've just thought, fuck it. What I really want to do is just get this episode. I want to dive right into Dino-Defenders. I'm going all in. Through the eye of the storm, you know? I'm going straight into the middle of it. We're not going to stop till we're out the other side. And I don't care about how well that this channel does in you know, in the media. If I lose my audience because I'm only really live streaming Dino-Defenders, Big Shark, this will be music to your ears, I bet. But all I care about is getting this episode done. I think it might have something to do with you know, doing episode 4 took so long, and I think I was just a bit burnt out from doing it, and I needed a break from it. So that's why I was excited to do those Jurassic June videos. But then watching all those crappy dinosaur movies really made me go, you know what? The storylines of these movies, a lot of them are really shit. Like, you love, obviously I'm going to be biased to my own story, you love the story you're creating for Dino-Defenders, so you should concentrate on that. That's basically what I kept thinking, so here we are, diving straight back in. Mr. T-Rex says, if it's more than an hour, you could always split them into 2 episodes. Maybe. Big Shark says the episode 4 is probably my favourite episode so far. Yeah, I mean, it's mine. I love episode 4. It's where all the secrets are revealed. And I've been thinking this week a lot about what I want to do post Dino-Defenders. Setting up I want to set up a website. Like, I actually want to set up a home for Dino-Defenders, and this is when the full length one comes out. And I want to have merch, and I want to launch this thing, and yeah, make it a big deal, give it a home, all that jazz. Hello, Alex. And I am actually thinking of a way of potentially... I don't know how I could potentially do it, but maybe animating the mouths on all the humans when they're talking. I'm sure there's a way I could probably get around doing that, especially with this whole Photoshop AI integration thing. I could probably do that very quick. Make their mouths move, and then potentially hire some voice actors and record the audio voices for it. Yeah, Robot Chicken style, just to have it like just crudely moving, but having the mouths move, just so there's a little bit more animation to it. So. Oh man, I got a million dreams. That's all I do is dream all the time. What's my favorite dinosaur horror story? You know what? I'm gonna say it. 65, baby. Prehistoric Hero says 65 is boring as heck. Ah, shut up. Krask, have you seen it yet? Have you've seen? You said 65 slaps. I guess that means you've watched it. You sat down and watched it. Oh, nice. Oh, so it's fresh off the. Fresh off the out of the cooker, out of the oven for you. Oh, nice. Thank you, Gary. He says, in my computer class, I'm making levels for a video, one of which has a Dino-Defenders Extreme logo on top of the entrance of a movie theater. If you give a shit, I don't care. Hey, man, I give a shit. I'm very good, Alex. Thank you. James, are you telling me you still haven't seen 65? '65's great. Should watch it. Yeah, I've seen the deleted scenes for 65. I think all of them could have probably been left in the movie. I finally got to rewatch Avatar: The Way of Water last night, because I bought it on 4K. I finally had a whole evening free to watch it, so that's what I did, and it was good. It was very good in 4K. It was gorgeous. The detail in that film is, I don't know, it's next level stuff, especially when you watch it you know, when you can fully see the image on screen. It's crazy what they did with that film. Alex says, are you excited for episode 5 of Dino-Defenders Extreme? I'm just hoping I can finish it. Right, so this one needs one as well. 2. Alright, Prehistoric Hero. We know you don't like 65. You don't have to keep going on about it. How much have I got done animating for episode 5? Ugh. The $1 million question. Not a lot. Ah. Oh, I will take my time, Alex. Thank you. Yeah, got loads and loads to do. But good news is that just means loads and loads of streams. I've messed up this guy's hand. I'm not like doing this properly because like I've got his big claw on the outside of his fingers. It should be like that, really. Alright, there we go. And then this one with enough leg. You can see it lands like that. Let me add the colour. So for shirts, you plan each shirt different, like titles of each episode, or just DDEX logo with the glow and the dark black light. I'm thinking of potentially doing, you know, each episode's logo. There will be like a main logo actually for when I stick them all together and make the movie, the final product. I'm gonna have to choose what the final logo is. Because like at the moment each episode has like a different looking logo, and that's just for the fun of like each different episode. But yeah, there's gonna be sorry, 1 second, my wife's messaging me. One second. I'm now going to just go turn the baby monitor off 1 second, and then I can get back to it. 1 second. Right, baby. You get a good look at the absolute mess I have behind me. You know, I had the baby monitor behind me, so if the little one woke up I could dash out and rescue her. But now my wife's home. She just messaged to say she's back. I heard her on the monitor checking on her, so Now I'm a free man. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, the different logos. So yeah, the final movie will need an official logo, and that will be the main final logo for Dino-Defenders Extreme. You know, part of me was even thinking of renaming the movie. Like, I was toying with this idea. I haven't settled on it, so don't worry. But I was thinking, what if I rebranded it for the final movie? Like, instead of calling it Dino-Defenders Extreme, give it a new name to sort of refresh the thing and, you know, yeah, refresh it for everyone, so it has a whole new feeling and title. A title maybe that reflects the actual story more, because even though this is like emulating DDEX, actually Big Shug, that was one I was toying with, just calling it the abbreviation. But then people would just call it DEX, and it's like, I don't know if I want my thing to be called DEX because it's too close to dicks. But you know, obviously the beginnings of Dino-Defenders Extreme, I'm like homaging. It was originally like to fill the void of like no Chaos Effect toy line animated series or no Jurassic related animated series, but something along those lines, or the cancelled Aliens, Operation Aliens cartoon, that kind of thing. So went for the very 90s looking colour palette, as you can see what we're painting right now. However, obviously the story progressed, and now there's like, well, not ancient aliens, but like ancient civilizations. God is a character. Mutant Rose. There's blood, violence. It's like Dino-Defenders Extreme. I don't know. Does it cut it as a title? This is something I've been thinking for like for the final movie. So I don't know. Oh yes, we do need to do that Chaos Island recap. Hey, name a time and date, and I'll try and be there. I mean, it was the point, yeah. I don't know. I was just toying with the idea, so don't worry. I'm not like changing the title right now. But if something actually comes along, I'm like, whoa, that actually would be a better title to like I said, give it a sort of refresh. It's like going from Jurassic Park to Jurassic World. Like give it something to like revitalize it in people who might know what Dino-Defenders Extreme is, but they're not like, oh, I guess the name's out there, isn't it? I need to keep it. People do know what it is. I'm just talking bullshit. I don't know. It was just something I was playing around with in my head. I think maybe it's coming from a place of like, I wanted people to take this story a bit more serious, and when despite some of the artwork, like the cartoony look of the artwork, but maybe that's a fool's errand. Maybe I'm worrying over nothing. What do you mean people have seen the comments? Yeah, they do. I mean, yeah, they do take it well. But just trying to get, like, I was thinking about, you know, when it's all finished and said and done, it's like I want to get mass appeal. And another aspect of why I was thinking with this was, like, you know, Dino-Defenders is a great title, but it is very close to that Jurassic Park 3 game. Is there something a little bit more original I could potentially use? But like I said, it was just something I was toying with. Like, I was having a what's the word? Like, I was experimenting in my mind. Mr. T-Rex says, man, that episode with those creatures that are like long grass gave me goosebumps. Well, there you go. See, that's all I need to hear. Hot Creamy Fuss says, what on earth is this creature? Did people not watch the episode? Get out of here, Hot Creamy Fart. Blast yourself into space via the airlock. People not pay attention. Poor Big Shark has to tell everyone what this creature is. He's like, oh. He's like, am I the only one who pays attention here? Right, there's that. So then now that. Cool. So now we're back to where I was, which is good. And now we need to add another little Drapanosaurus. Drapanosaurus. Hello, great man. I don't know why on the YouTube comment thing, like where are you guys in the chat, I've got this stupid big heart in the way. So I just have to click it to get. It's like an emoji thing. If I hang my mouse over it, it brings up all these emojis. But can I just like get rid of it? Because it's like blocking half of, like a bit of the text. I don't know. About the Drapanosaurus, the mouth should be longer. The beak I can understand, but I'm pretty sure it had no back hump. Gary, yeah, it's my own version. It also changes size because, like, in the size chart thing, it says it's like just the size of like someone's hand, but now, like with the Mega Raptor, it's like they've grown in size. stupid little mouth. This is just what Japanosauruses look like in the Dino-Defenders Extreme universe. And now he's going to go flying off. Right, I don't need the lower layer. I just need to add the color. And we'll start with the Japanosaurus, why not? Just get him out of the way. I'm excited for tomorrow because I'm going to see that new Mission Impossible in the evening. I'm going to take Will, who some of you may know from this channel. We're going to go watch it. Hopefully, obviously, he'll come. He said he would. And I don't know if I'll see it on IMAX. I don't know. We have an IMAX, so it's like, do I go see it there or and pay like my kidney, or do I just go watch it on a normal screen? But yeah, I'm very excited because I've really enjoyed the last few Mission Impossible films. They've been very fun, very well made, and I really can't wait to watch this new one. Oh nice, Krask's in it too. Nice. And then I'll be going to see Oppenheimer at the end of the month. I've I've been really enjoying watching the absolute chaos unfold on Twitter. Because there's some people who are like posting about how nuclear bombs are fake and like not real. And just, I'm not giving my opinion on this whatsoever, but just to say that like they have riled so many people up, it's been hilarious, especially considering that Oppenheimer's about to come out. I've just been following this thread of this guy posting about how nuclear bombs are like some giant psyop and they don't exist. And so I feel like out of all the conspiracy theories out there, I might jump on that one because it's so much fun. He's like posting the, you know, the videos of like the bomb blowing up houses and stuff. Like he says they're miniatures because like the cameras, they apparently were filming 5 miles away and they're like zoomed in, but there's one shot which he really hones in on. Which is inside a house, and he's like, well, if they're 5 miles away with telescopic lenses, how did they get inside a house, and how did the camera survive? I don't think he's quite quantified that perhaps they had cables running from these cameras and the cameras did get destroyed. They just were recording the footage from a distance and you know, watching it there. But that said, I haven't looked into whether that technology was actually possible back then. So, I don't know. Maybe he's on to something. Maybe they did film some miniatures getting blown over and convince the world that they have nuclear bombs. And it was one big giant psyop. to control everyone. Prehistoric Heroes? No, I've not read any of those. Well, yeah, okay, so Mr. T-Rex says there's a real insult to people in the South Pacific, aka the Dome. Well, here you go. So he talks, this person, he's supposed to be Owen Benjamin, he's some sort of like online personality. But it was fun to watch him like just go nuts. I'm a victim. I'm a glutton for watching people rile other people up, and I don't care how crazy the person is who's riling people up or whatever they say. I just like the chaos. I'm like the Joker. I like watching the chaos unfold. So that's why I said I'm not going to give really any opinion on it. But people say, what about Hiroshima? What about Nagasaki? And he was saying that those weren't nuclear bombs because there was no fallout. He was saying what they did was they just detonated a F-ton of TNT above the ground, and that's basically what it was. It wasn't actually a nuclear bomb with radiation. So, much like how dinosaurs are fake, you know. Nuclear bombs, not real. We've all been lied to. You know, every country that has nukes, supposedly, you know, they're all... Not one person in the higher-ups of those countries, not one person has ever come forward to... You know, a prominent person that everyone respects hasn't come forward to say they're fake. They all just, you know, decide to play along because, well, they like control, right? So, nuclear bombs, Oppenheimer's just fiction. It's not real. Great Man says, what is the schedule for streaming? Unfortunately, there is none. I just stream whenever I sort of can and feel like it. Like I said, I could have streamed last night, but I really wanted to watch Avatar, The Way of Water, the Blu-ray or the 4K thing I picked up, so I didn't feel like streaming, even though I could have. But like tonight, I had a free night, and I was like, you know what? I'm going in. Okay, so what are we going to do first? Let's do the boring bits first. You know, I can't remember what they're called, these like bumpy bits on the hands and feet, which I always draw, that dinosaurs supposedly had. You get them on chickens and stuff. I can't remember what they're called. But I'll say this, I hate drawing these in animating. Part of me does wish I just didn't add them. But they do help with sort of like the orientation of things, like you know, showing which way round the hands are and stuff. But God, they're boring to draw. Even though I have to do it, I do them super quick. Yeah, consistency. Yep. Oh yeah, I have to make sure every single one of these is the right number. Oh, I should probably message out that I'm live. I haven't really posted about it. Right. work? Guess so. To reply to a tweet I just saw. Someone asking what's the worst dinosaur film you've ever seen. Well, I'm going to reply with here's 30 of them. Anyway, what am I looking at? See you later, Prehistoric Hero. Thank you very much. Great Man says, name the top 3 worst effects in movies. There's too many for me to even contemplate. There's this one movie where this there's like these people on this hill and they're looking up at these trees. I can't remember the movie's name, but they're looking at this like long-necked dinosaur eating from the tops of trees, and God, it just looks like utter shit. I can't remember the movie's name though. Alright, got those out of the way. Claws. Jurassic Horror 2003 says my top 2 worst dinosaur movie: It's Alive from 1969 and Creature of Destruction 1967. Creature is pre-design of It's Alive. Oh yeah, I covered both of those in my Jurassic June series, didn't I? We'll say Dinosaur from the Deep might be up there for me. Mr. Tuke says when this episode comes out, I'm going to rewatch the entire thing. Good. And just so people know who might not be aware at this time, like when I finish episode 5 and it comes out, the thing isn't finished because this is the last episode. But what I'm going to do for when I stick all the episodes together to make the movie, there is going to be like maybe a couple of extra little scenes that I add in to flesh some things out. I've got some ideas for what I want to do with that, so the movie will be a different version. there might be some improved shots as well from like episode 1 and 2 that I don't like, that I've redone. I'm just going to try and really polish it up. I wouldn't even say if it's the director's cut, because there's no producer's cut. It's all me. I am everything. I am the studio. I am the studio. Except for the music and some of the dialogue editing and all the financial backers from Patreon. Which, God bless the people who are hanging on by a thread on that Patreon. They're getting their names in the credit, but they are holding on for a long time. And I don't mean to drag it out. I mean, if I had hit my goal on the Patreon, then I'd have probably been doing this as a job until it was finished. So, you know, back when I launched it. But that obviously never happened, so I've had to do it when I can. So God bless those son of a bitches. Great Man says, I wonder what the next project you're going to do after this. I can tell you what I'm going to do. It's called Books and Bod. I've got a ton of books I want to read, and I'm piling them up. And I want to get jacked. I want to get really fit. Nah, I just want to work out and read books. I want to hone my body, hone my mind. And work on YouTube, but not so much doing Dino-Defenders, but I can do other silly stuff. Live stream more video games. So I've got loads of video games I want to play as well, so it'll be a much more, I don't know, relaxed time. And then I've got Jurassic June next year that I've got ideas for. I think I might have found 30 other movies to cover. So I could do a Dumb Dinosaur Movie 2 playlist. I haven't actually listed them, so I don't know if I've actually got 30, but when going through some of the movies that I didn't cover and some of the other ones I discovered, I was like, you know what, actually there may be 30 or at least 15, so I could do a video every other day for next year to cover Jurassic June. But I don't know, but I've got some other projects that I'm hoping will take off. I'm waiting for some replies from people. One big one, if that took off, that would be the most insane thing ever, but I can't talk about that. No, you never know. You never know. Gary5 says, I just noticed now, Jack, did you dye your hair grey? No. It's blonde, I'm just going grey. I'm just getting older. So the grey, my hair is blonde. It's quite hard to see the grey, but if you see it in real life, I am old. I'm not that old. I'm a silver fox, as they say in the biz. Or an old fogey, if you want to actually use the scientific term. Thank you, Alex, for popping by. Jurassic Horror. I haven't seen the Super Mario Brothers live action movie in a very, 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 very long time. So, I mean, that is one I've got on my mental at the moment, my mental list for next year's Jurassic June. So that might be a good time for me to watch it next year to cover it for that list. So maybe a year's time, just under a year's time, I'll watch it. But I've got no incentive to really watch it recently. No incentive to watch it now, would I say. We should do a commentary with Clayton. I'd love to do more commentaries with Clayton, but I just need to contact him and actually pin it down. We were so close several times to getting to do Jaws 3, and I still have every single piece of my assets ready for it to go in OBS. Like, I could literally flick over to OBS to Jaws 3. Have I got it in? Oh no, wait, no, I think I got rid of it actually. But yeah, I've got the assets on my desktop computer, on the desktop of my computer, all ready to go. I just need to pin him down. Maybe I'll message him. Maybe we'll try and do it like next week, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. I was going to try and get Tony from Hack the Movies on as well, because he's friends with Clayton and he was almost going to do it. But it's kind of like, if he can do it and then we do it, we're just going to go for it. Because that Jaws 3 commentary seems to be cursed. Just can't seem to get it done. Great Man asks, will you make more movies? I have an idea for a film that is sort of plaguing my mind, like an actual live action proper movie. And I've been working out the logistics in my head of how I could potentially go around getting it funded and getting a distribution company to put it out, and how I could logistically use that budget to achieve the goal. So yes, I do have an idea for something I'd want to do, but it's all dependent on how motivated I am once I get news back from someone else, if they want to do it. So but like I'm sort of, if I'm completely honest, like since becoming a father, and I've got the other little one on the way, so God willing that goes all well, but since being a father, I've really sort of come to terms with just wanting to sort of be a dad and live my life that way. and spend time with the family and watch them grow up. And so part of me is like just wants to live a quieter life, even though it is quite quiet. But you know what I mean, like not spend so much time online, spend time with them. So I don't know where I'm gonna be once this is all said and done. Silver Lion, that's Big Shark. No, it's not Silver Lion. It's something else. Right, so I've got that all done. Now I need to merge those layers, make a new layer, and that's for the blue. And then we just colour in the blue. Krask says Silverline would be cool to see you revive someday. The concept sounded really cool. Yeah, I mean that's the kind of movie that I'd want to get made properly, with like maybe a massive budget behind it. But I just need to find the right moment and person to talk to who's willing to hear it out and then maybe fund it. But that's the kind of script I'd want to sell to someone to go make, just so they can do their vision of it, version of it. But obviously I'd want to remain on as like a producer to make sure that they're not deviating from the script too much, or negotiate with them what they want to change and all that, or maybe direct it, I don't know. Just one of those things that like sits on a shelf gathering dust, and you never know what someone would make of it. I think Silver Lion might be a bit more difficult to make in this day and age because of, well, let's not beat around the bush, okay? The sort of racial politics in Hollywood probably wouldn't. They're probably not going to throw a lot of money towards a movie that's set in the 1930s in Africa, because with the sort of, I don't know, I don't want to get into it, but we kind of stuck to more, even as an adventure film, we kind of stuck to the more realistic aspects of what life might have been like back then, especially for the Indians who were around in Africa at the time. Maybe it might have been looked at as a bit racially insensitive, but I don't give a shit. I just wish they'd make it, but I don't think let's say like Disney or anyone like that would want to fund that movie, because they'd be like, no. Games and Toys says this is probably a silly question, but is it a dinosaur movie or something else? It's got a dinosaur in it, and I know there will be people out there who might be watching this who are going, well, hang on, Jack, didn't you say Dino-Defenders is going to be the last dinosaur project you work on? Yes, but I did also say that if something came along that really captivated me, I wouldn't put it past. Working on something, and this idea landed in my mind, and I was like, oh, why did you have to come along? But I'd only want to do it if it had the right backing. I'm just looking at all these like movie studios who make movies like if you watch my Jurassic June series, there's that one called Kingdom of Dinosaurs, which is a British production. And I'm like looking at that, and I'm like, they have the cast. The acting wasn't too bad. It just needed to be. Well, I did a constructive criticism of that movie, didn't I? So I was like, what if someone actually had like a really decent idea and got them the budget and also could do the effects to look really good, like Manuel style. I'm like, well, it's all there. So anyway, you know what, you can kind of gather what I'm hinting at there. Thank you, Big Shark, for the tip. Hello, Dial-A-Shy. What is the Silver Lion? Asked the great man. It's a script I wrote with Tim for an idea that I had when I was in high school, but we fleshed it out into a full, like, big budget movie script, and we finished it in like 2017 or something. And it's one of those. It's a story that I would love to see come to life, but you know, probably won't. We did actually have its name registered to, I think, was it the Writers Guild of America or something? But we've got the copyright for it, so no one can take the name, I believe, until maybe even this year. I don't know. I'm good, Dilo-Shy. Thank you very much. How are you? Right, let's save and then move on to the next layer. We'll start with a little Japan, shall we? Funny is I'm like I said, I'm doing all this animation, but the camera's going to be moving, so you're probably not even going to see this guy jump away. But I'm going to do it just in case he does appear in camera. Like the compies on the floor in JP3. Yeah, that kind of thing. Well, you might not, you see those, you might not even see this guy. I just realised its hand is probably should be like Where's me and Jess hiding on the lower levels? I'm not telling you that, Gary. That's a spoiler. But I'll give you a hint. There's your hint. Louis JP Fan says the compies on the floor took me years to notice. Yeah, I only noticed them like recent. Well, I say recently, like a few years back, but not after Jurassic World. Maybe even after Fallen Kingdom. Took me ages. Megaraptor has nards, man. Jurassic Horror asks, what's Marvel Media? For Love and Thunder, She-Hulk, or both? I have no idea what that question is. What are these things? She-Hulk? What the hell's that? Worst Marvel Media. What's that? What's Marvel Media? I have no idea what you're talking about in the chat. Marvel, what the hell's that? I think the worst Marvel movie or media is Iron Man 1. The reason I think it's Iron Man 1 is because it started the whole Marvel MCU shit. Dilo Shy says, do you watch the Gaming Beaver? Yes! I watched his video earlier, actually, today. Love the Gaming Beaver. I've worked with the Gaming Beaver. I watched his video earlier today when he was telling people not to buy the Mattel Jurassic Park Gates creation. Which cracked me up, because it's like all these people like, you should back it, you should back it. And it's just a prime example of like, the fuck if people have money to buy that shit? Like, no one wants that crappy gate. It's not even iconic. You know what, I might actually be a crazy man and just cut this arm out. Instead of do a whole new arm, I might just move it like that. And then just clear that. Looks good to me. I just think any grown adult crying over the fact that they, you know, can't get a Mattel Jurassic Park gate because kids don't have the money to spend 300 quid or $300 or whatever it is on a gate. Need to grow up. Yeah, you heard me. You need to stop worrying about which plastic toy you're going to get next. And I say toy because they're never toyed with. They just sit on a shelf and gather dust. And they're not going to be worth anything in the future. Because no one's going to want any of that crap. They're not going to be some antique item in the future. Dino Show says I use them for stop motion. You use them for something, so there you go. They don't just sit on your shelf gathering dust. Look in Discord, Jack. I can't really hear it. Oh, I've got everything turned down. I can't really hear it, but yeah, yeah, that's funny. Now I'm going to say something quite brash here, okay? But are you ready? I think that I started the whole obsession with Jurassic toys on YouTube. With my Jurassic Park collection video. Now I think there was a few videos of people looking at some individual toys or looking for a box of old dinosaur toys. There was like one video or something. But when I released my Jurassic Park collection video and that blew up, I noticed loads of other people started uploading their Jurassic Park collection videos. And now some have like even taken over my old one. But in terms of like upload dates, I have a sneaky suspicion, and someone can go have a look and maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think I started it, like the whole people uploading their collections and you know, kicking that off. Sugar. Oh, crap, and I don't have anything to wipe that with. It's in my sleeve. This is an old shirt sitting in there. Yeah, me and Jurassic Collectibles, says Louis. Yeah. At least showed it could be done. I do know that I've for sure started the whole let's live stream and talk about Jurassic Park on YouTube, which podcasts like the Jurassic Park podcast do every Wednesday. So I for sure know I started that because it was called Let's Chat Jurassic Park and I was the only one doing it. And now the Gaming Beaver's done it. As I said, Jurassic Park podcast does it. I think Matt Brando does it. Or used to. So you got to come to the Terradome to be innovative, right? You got to come to the Terradome to see innovation in my videos. In videos, and then you see everyone start to copy what I do. So I'm just saying it now. I'm just gonna throw it out there. You can call me the top G of the Jurassic franchise or the Jurassic fandom. There you go. I'll take that claim. Gary says, I wouldn't have heard of Dino-Defenders Extreme without Clayton. I know, thank Clayton, but he turned a lot of people to Dino-Defenders. You're the old guard who got it to mainstream. Well, I just think like what I remember when I did the Let's Chat Jurassic live streams. I was thinking people live stream this. It was still kind of new, at least on YouTube, not so much Twitch. But even in I think it was like 2016, I did my first one, or 2015. When did I do my first Let's Chat Jurassic? Let's have a look. Bloody the one on Jurassic Park podcast channel is called Let's Talk Jurassic. Yeah, if that can be any more on the nose. Trying to find number one. Where is it? Oh, there you go. There it is. 6 years ago, 2016. Yeah. Oh my god! It was streamed live on the 13th of July, 2016. So a year to the day, 6 years to today, I did the first Let's Chat Jurassic video. It was uploaded publicly on July 14th, but I put in the description it's the 13th. So exactly 6 years to the day I did that. And it may have little views, barely any comments underneath it, but it was an idea I had to be like, look, I love Jurassic Park, why don't I just live stream chatting about it? And then loads of other people started doing it. See you later, Dilo Shy. Enjoy school. Have fun. You wait till I start my series once Dino-Defenders is finished called Let's Fuck Jurassic Park. Where I live stream ripping the entire series to shreds. And shit on it, and then try and bring the franchise down from within. Try and destroy it once and for all. Sounds like fun. Yeah, it's really easy to do. I'll just invite someone like like Nick Fuentes to come onto a stream and say how much he loves Jurassic Park. And I'll instantly get it cancelled, so that's like one way of doing it. Like, oh yeah, I love Jurassic Park. My favorite franchise. Even though it's made by the Jews. And it'd be like and then I'm like, no, I can't like Jurassic Park. I'm gonna make sure Jurassic Park doesn't see a 40th anniversary. I'll go for a Christopher Nolan dinosaur movie out of that list that you listed there. Big Chuck says, seems like Universal already making that plan with the amount of nothing this year. They did loads for the 30th anniversary. I don't buy this whole like they did nothing. They did nothing for the 30th anniversary. Universal did absolutely nothing. The only thing they fucked up on really was the timing, because they're like now releasing the physical copy of the old SNES games for Switch and Xbox and stuff, and like most people thought you'd get that as like a download in the store, which you probably can, but you can actually buy it physically, and that's in celebration of the 30th anniversary. They did the interview with the cast and crew. They released the cards, which I've got a few of, which I did the video of. They did how many Mattel toys for the 30th anniversary. They did what else did they do? They released a new 4K version, even though the box art was shit, but they still did it. What else? There was a fair amount they did. It's like, what do people expect them to do? I kind of got the sense that people expected them to have like some sort of insane, massive Comic-Con style celebration in America, but they like invite the fans over from other countries to be like, come on over guys, it's time to come to Universal Studios, you know, Gaming Beaver, come on over. Jurassic Collectibles, you get an invite. Terradome, you don't get an invite. Like, you know what I mean, like everyone gets invited to this giant celebration in America. Oh, guess what, Jurassic Park is 30 years old, and now we're going to talk about this film again. Look, we've got Jeff Goldblum on stage, we're talking about this film again. What is there to say about this film that hasn't already been said? It's a masterpiece, you'll love it. We've now got a screening at the AMC theatre down the road showing this film again. We've got a special Thai and hot dog to go with the film, called the Jurassic Dog. You love it. You love this movie. They're not going to do that shit. They're just not going to do it. They're just going to release a few products that you can ship internationally, make some buck, and that's it. But Like, for people to act like they didn't do anything. They did loads. There's been Jurassic 30th anniversary stuff everywhere this year. I just didn't get like this. I'm not saying you said this, Big Shark, but like this anticipation of like Universal to hold some massive Comic-Con thing and invite everyone and have this huge celebration. It's like, nah. Don't even need to do that. Exactly. Louis has hit the nail on the head there. He said people expect the 30th anniversary to be like the 25th anniversary, but people forget that that came out with Fallen Kingdom. Yeah, they had a movie to promote, so of course. Movie years for Jurassic tend to be where loads of the budget goes, so they have the money to spend for that. 30th anniversary Jurassic Park. Who like, aside from the diehard fans, who really gives a shit? Like, even myself, who's a massive fan of Jurassic Park, you know, this year for the 30th anniversary, I didn't want to talk about Jurassic Park. I was like, I've said so much about this movie over the years. There's not much else to say at the moment. There has to be something really drastic come along to like make me really want to talk about the film in depth. More so than outside of stupid like little misconception videos and that I'm working on. So that's why I did the 30 dumb dinosaur movies. I wanted to look at something completely different to Jurassic Park. So Big Shark, he's talking about one of the movies from which I did for Jurassic June. I covered it. It was like number 4 or no, number 6, I think, after Dinosaur Babes. It's Alive, I think. So if you've watched all those, you'll know what he's talking about. The thing is, people also have to remember in the fandom, right, of Jurassic, yeah, that this franchise is not looked at or handled in the same way as a Star Wars or a Marvel, right? And by that I mean, I don't mean that they can't have the big celebration like they did when Fallen Kingdom was coming out for the 25th. I'm not saying they can't do that, but what I mean is that the generation who grew up with Jurassic Park, myself included in that, you know, the people who went to see the film at the cinema there's not many of us. So it's like there are Jurassic Park appeals more for like casual audiences. And casual audiences don't pay for big events like that. Jurassic Park just doesn't have, as a franchise, doesn't have as mass appeal at like Comic-Con events. It just doesn't have that. It just doesn't have it. And I'm personally, I'm kind of glad it doesn't. Like, obviously there's people who cosplay and that, but you know, if you go up to a lot of the people who are cosplaying as like Owen and Claire at one of these Comic-Con events, I can almost guarantee, and I say this, well, you know what, I'm not even going to explain the ins and outs of it, but like I can almost guarantee, that if you went up to them and started talking about, you know, Biosyn being infiltrating the Project Regenesis on Site B in 1999, they're going to look at you with a blank stare. They're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? They'll know who Biosyn are, maybe, because of the new movie. But you start explaining like some of the deeper lore, they're not really going to get that. The lore of Jurassic Park is, and I'm, as someone who's worked on it, is very scattered. But you don't need the websites to enjoy the movies. Whereas like something like Star Wars or Marvel, they've integrated it in such a way that you kind of need to watch X show, episode 4 of season 3 of fucking She-Hulk or something like that to understand why this guy has a purple little finger in the film. Like, it's like Jurassic isn't like that. It's never been like that. I should go back and finish The Soul Collector, great man. That'd be really funny. Hello, Rob Rice. Jurassic is more niche, and it's weird because Jurassic does have mass appeal. Like I said, it has loads of fans globally, but they're not cohesive. Like the Jurassic fandom is made up of like loads of miniature communities within it. You know, because within Jurassic you've got the paleo community, the people who really love dinosaurs, and obviously there are crossover between these people. But there are people out there who absolutely love the paleontology of dinosaurs, so that's why they love Jurassic Park. There are people out there who absolutely love the toys of Jurassic because they grew up and they were infected by the virus that was the merchandising, and that's where they really key in on that, and that's where their passion goes into collecting every little thing that has that logo slapped on it, for good or bad. Then you get the people like myself who love the story and the world building, but I don't really collect the toys, and I don't really talk to anyone about the toys in any great detail, and I don't really talk to the paleo people because I don't really care about paleontology all too much. Like I can respect it, and I do, like, I have nothing against the actual animals, and I think the scientific research is cool and all, but I just don't have that drive to really dive into a scientific paper to learn why a raptor has its bone structure bent a certain way or God knows what. And then you get the people who don't give a shit about any of those. They just watch the movies because they find them to just be fun sort of movies you throw on and watch every now and then. You know, casual sort of normies, let's put it for lack of a better term. But there's no like cohesive fandom. It's and just to go on to the story and the lore kind of thing, it's like people like myself who love going into the analysis of like what the films show, or like, you know, like I did with my Fallen Kingdom wallpaper video, like all that sort of stuff, all those details. The toy fandom aren't really getting into that, like you know, and like I said, there is some crossover, so maybe they watch a video. I watch Jurassic Collectibles videos sometimes. I'll watch the Gaming Beaver unbox a video or a toy, but I don't really leave a comment or anything like that. I'm watching from afar. But the fandom for Jurassic is it's miniature communities all under the same Jurassic umbrella, but they don't really operate as one sort of cohesive thing, like the Star Wars fandom does, for example. As toxic, for lack of a better term, that fandom can be, they all love Star Wars. That's the main thing. They love Star Wars. That's the thing that brings them together. And they can talk amongst each other about all that sort of stuff. Jurassic doesn't really have that. Hello, Mr. Shoemaker Man. He says, yo, don't have time, but how are we separate individuals today? I'm just talking about the Jurassic fandom and how it's not exactly cohesive as one massive group who all chat to each other. It's loads of like sort of little tiny communities with some overlap, you know. And don't even get me started on those goddamn power scalers. That community in the Jurassic fandom. God bless their power scaling hearts. Desperate to discover some objective truth when it comes to the dinosaurs' size and abilities in these movies. They're on a fool's errand. They're young. They think they've got it. But they haven't. Ah, Big Shark rewatched Vanilla Sky. Well, what did you think on your rewatch? Have you been converted to a... Have you been converted to the right opinion? What's my thoughts on Sound of Thunder? I covered it in my old Jurassic June series, so if you want to hear my thoughts on that, go watch that video. Oh, I didn't do the little Japan. Big Show says, my opinion hasn't changed. In fact, if anything, made me seen the movie it's based on that crew's love so much do Vanilla Sky. Eh? Oh, it made you want to see the movie it's based on that Tom Cruise loved so much to do Vanilla Sky. Is that what you're trying to say? Hello, Kaiju Kingdom. Mr. Jamaica Man says that was hell of a Jurassic June. Dino Babes has to be my favourite. Hey, I love Dino Babes. That's a great movie. Vanilla Sky, not original. Well, what movie is original? Although now I want to see the film that it's based on. Wait, did I shift the background? Oops. Alright. Might lock that and lock the sky. Is Vanilla Sky enough to add to the list? Yes! Vanilla Sky is a great movie. Really well made film. I think once I've got this layer finished, I'm just going to nip to the toilet and maybe grab something to eat. And then I'll come back and do another layer. I haven't seen that movie, Great Man. Funeral in Berlin movie, 1966. I have not seen it. Oh yeah, Big Shark. Open Your Eyes from 1999 also has Penelope Cruz. Yeah, I had heard of that actually. Now you've just reminded me, because I remember watching a behind-the-scenes thing about Vanilla Sky, and they were talking about how Penelope Cruz was in the original film. I do want to check that out, actually. I don't think it's Oscar bait. I think it's just a genuinely good film. So you're wrong, Big Shark. Your opinion stinks. It's Cameron Crowe. He's great. Great director. Am I going to watch The Meg 2? Probably, but I'm probably not going to go to the cinema to see it. But then again, though, it is a dinosaur movie, so maybe I'll have to do a Pterodome video like I did with 65, where I go to the cinema and then I give you my initial thoughts afterwards. When's it out? When's The Meg 2 out? It looks terrible. When's it come out in the UK? August 4th. Okay, so we've got a little while. We got a little while. Cement Airbag. Love the name. New Godzilla film on the horizon. Yeah, actually, that looks good. I'm really excited for that. Who doesn't love a Toho Godzilla film, eh? The OGs. And the fact it's called -1 makes me start to suspect that this film may be set before the original Godzilla. And maybe, like, everyone who encounters Godzilla, you know, dies, or, you know, no one believes the only survivor at the end of the film. He's like they think he's a crazed lunatic that he talks about a big monster. And then Godzilla -2 will be set in Victorian era. Yeah, I know it is. Yeah, apparently it is set before 1954, so that's what I'm thinking. I mean, they're going backwards. I think they're doing the minuses. I genuinely think they're going to go backwards in time with these next few Godzilla films. That's their sort of. I wouldn't put it past Toho to do that kind of thing, because obviously as we'd been talking about a minute ago, the MCU, Godzilla vs Kong, all that sort of stuff have gotten very popular doing cinematic universes, and I wouldn't put it past Toho to do a sort of Japan-esque thing and go, we'll just do like sequels, but we'll go backwards in time. So like Godzilla -1, we've done up till Shin Godzilla. Now we're gonna go backwards. Like literally each film, -2 will be set in a different time period. -3, you know, and then maybe they'll get different names, like Godzilla versus Big Bollocks, and it's set in medieval England or medieval Japan, and it's like Godzilla -6 Big Bollocks. That's what it's going to be called. It's like Godzilla's big balls swinging around medieval Japan. Sammy T says, have you ever thought of making your own fan-made Godzilla show, like in the style of Dino-Defenders Extreme? No. I've never thought about that until you just brought it up now. Vanilla Sky is just Sad Boy Total Recall. Yeah, no, not really. Oh, I didn't really like the Meg. That's alright, Big Shark. You know, we all have that one opinion that is wrong, so that's just you. That's just your one. That you don't think Vanilla Sky is a classic. So just have to own that one, buddy. I've never read the books for the Meg. Big Shark says it was funny though for the Jason Lee cameo. What about the Spielberg cameo? Did you spot Spielberg in there? Spielberg has a little cameo in Vanilla Sky, if I remember correctly. You love the width of the dinosaur's legs. Well, it's yeah, it's kind of a low angle, so I've kind of just tried to give it a bit of a warped look. Because you're sort of meant to be looking right close to its feet. Okay. Okay. Blur's little guy. Wait, where does that hand go? This one kind of moves in a bit, so quite drastically. So I'm going to add a bit of motion blur on this hand. All right, so I'm going to save it there. I'm just going to take a very short break and then I will be back. Let me just put my pen on charge. And I'll do another frame. So don't go anywhere. And I will see you guys in a bit, okay?
The unexplained phenomenon is hitting for Moscow.
When you've got just 28 minutes to save the entire planet.
The clock is ticking.
You better hope you got the right computer.
Conventional bladed fans chop the air, causing unsettling buffeting. The Dyson fan has no blades, generating smooth, cooling air. No blades, no buffeting. Find out how at Dyson.com.
In Jurassic Park, the place to go to satisfy a Tyrannosaurus-sized hunger is McDonald's, where something big is happening to your favorite extra value meal. Dino-sizing. For just a little more, get Dino-sized fries and a large drink in one of 6 free Jurassic Park collector cups. Dino-sizing. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. And now at McDonald's, dinosaurs come to life on 6 Jurassic Park collector cups. Get one free when you buy a large drink or Dino-sized extra value meal. But hurry, before they're extinct.
Godzilla's hiding, and it's up to you to find him. Just buy a medium or larger drink. If you find Godzilla, use your decoder to reveal what you've won. Uh-oh. I think I need a bigger box.
They're back in a new series.
Pride and Prejudice World.
Red Dwarf 7.
These strides are too tackle tight, Officer BB. I can barely cruise.
I said supper is ready. There'll be time for explanations later, and hopefully some sex.
Red Dwarf starts Friday, 17th of January on BBC Two.
I simply cannot...
짠? 아니면 뭐해?
타케다.
I don't think he's from around here.
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
This summer, how fast can you swim?
Watch out!
The critics are calling Lake Placid this year's Anaconda. Don't miss the movie everyone is screaming about.
Swim to me!
Lake Placid.
I'm rooting for the crocodile. I hope he swallows your friends whole.
Rated R.
Over here, I'm a boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out. Come a little closer. Oh, did I scare you? Oh, I do that so well. If you take us home, we'll kiss your Aunt Martha. We'll eat your peas. And we hope you know lots of girls. Hey, the name's Boglins, each sold separately, and we're looking for good homes. Maybe yours?
Major hazard. You left the base without authorization. Proceeded to Burger King and ordered a rodeo burger?
I've served this command for over...
Answer the question! Did you order the rodeo burger?
You're darn right I did. It was flame broiled and delicious.
Burger King salutes small soldiers with a tasty new rodeo burger. Cheese, onion rings, bullseye barbecue sauce. Right now, part of the 99-cent Great Taste menu.
That rodeo burger, it was pretty tasty, huh? You can't handle the rodeo burger.
If you ask us, it just tastes better.
Whatever you have to do to get to Subway, do it. Because when you order an Ace Ventura meal deal featuring a 6-inch Subway Melt sub, chips, and a drink, you get a 32-ounce Ace Ventura Collector's Cup. You also get a Savings Safari coupon book worth over $50 in savings on Subway sandwiches and other great stuff.
Hey, you took our parking spot. Subway, what a sandwich.
Calling all Spectrum agents. SIG for Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
Those honey sweet puffs of wheat give you plenty of energy, fast. And when you're up against the Misterons, you need all the energy you can get.
That's why all Spectrum agents eat Sugar Smacks for breakfast.
Repeat, all Spectrum agents. SIG for Kellogg's Sugar Smacks.
They're coming!
The good old days of good old monster movies are back. Tremors.
It was funny. It's humongous, slimy, full of goo.
That's scary!
Yeah, we'll take your word for it.
The scariest monster movie since Aliens, says sneak previews.
Bloodthirsty, that creature.
Action-packed.
It's a wild film.
And Time magazine raves Tremors is bound to become a classic.
Yeah!
Tremors, rated PG-13. Starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
この惑星の子供たちと呼ばれる存在には、おはようございます。超授業でありんだよ。そう。全身でぶつかっていかなくてはならない。もしよかったら付き合って。声が小さい。ただ
教師としてあるまじきそうですよ。
この惑星の教育は加減が難しい。でも君はいい教師になる。缶コーヒーのボス、レインボーマウンテン。
Over here, Amy. What is it?
Amy wants touch, stroke.
I don't understand it. Sign it again.
Pat.
Oh, sure. Peter, pat Amy? No? What?
Hey, you know, I think she wants a touch head. Touch head. Pat eye. Amy wants Pat C. Oh, Pat C.
Yeah, there we go.
Pat C. What's Pat C? I don't understand.
She's getting tired.
Patsy.
Hey, they don't always understand me either.
CBS has some movies for guys who like movies. One big, bad, in-your-face movie every Sunday night. Tonight, Jaws returns. And this time, he's out to get even. Michael Caine, Jaws, the Revenge. You want them? We've got 'em. Movies for guys who like movies. 7 Eastern tonight. Only on TBS.
Boom! Last Action Hero. What do you think of anyone who doesn't see this movie?
Big mistake.
I love this place! I think it's the biggest movie of the summer. And now when you go to Burger King and order a flame-broiled Whopper with large fries and a medium drink, you get this Last Action Hero animated action cup free. Like him, you can be large and in charge. So see the movie and collect all 4 cups. It's your way right away. I love this place, and I'm going to see the movie.
Go to the center part of your house.
Nothing else in nature can match its raw power.
Everybody underground now!
On May 10th,
Right!
the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed bring you face to face with Twister.
Where's my truck?
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, May 10th.
あーなるだ君これを見たまえ今のままでは同時の亀今のままでは同時の亀今のままでは同時の亀よし今のままではチンチンおいぽい
アリナミン V トリン武田大丈夫
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? So that's what I was working on while I was late for streaming. And I realised there was a couple of mistakes in there because some of them were zoomed in. I should zoom them out. But I'll add some extra adverts in and we can mix it up for whenever I live stream. Whenever I go away to get a drink or go to the toilet now, you're not going to be bored. There's going to be some adverts. So, hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. I could try to get a mix of some funny ones and some movie trailers and all sorts. It does kind of sum up this channel and what I like, so... Well, I've got some of those cups from McDonald's. I used to have all of them, but they got really fragile and broke. Anyway, what do I want to do? Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm going to cut this head out. So I really just need the head to be similar. And then I'm going to cut the jaw out. And then I'm gonna slim down the old. Rob Roy says, I've never seen most of those ads before. Yeah, there were some adverts I'd never seen before when I was looking them up. The Ace Ventura one, Subway one, I'd never seen. The Movies for Men advert, which led to Jaws the Revenge, I'd never seen. But that video has only got like 100 or something views on YouTube. Like, it's no one's watched that video. That was one of the ones that was unfortunately zoomed in. I need to fix that one. No, I do not have my last Action Hero cup. Because that was, I think that was an American stateside thing. You know, actually, it might be easier to just do this. See, that works. Now we're going to use this. I'm going to start with the hands, actually. I was watching on, everyone's talking about Jaws in the chat, the Hack the Movies video where he was talking about which is the worst Jaws sequel. I was watching that today, and they voted Jaws the Revenge, and they chose 3 to be the best of them. Because they said it's like the most entertaining. I would go actually Jaws 4. I'd say Jaws 4 is the best sequel, because it's so insane that it's entertaining in its own right. Mr. Shoemaker Man says I might have to report these comments. Ah. Yeah, 4 doesn't really take into account any of the other films, does it? Except for the first one. And didn't 4 get the green light only because they needed to help promote Jaws the Ride? And they wanted a movie tie-in so it would like help promote the ride. So that's why they rushed the movie out. No, you know what? I'm actually going to cut the feet out on this one. So what's good about the next few frames after this is I should be able to get them done quite quickly because there's no Trypanosaurus and the Megaraptor only really needs to turn its head, so very little movement in the body. The feet out on this foot. Great Man says, have you met celebrities? Yeah, a fair few. See you later, Mr. Showmaker Man. Thanks for popping by. Out of the two Jurassic horror, I preferred The Shallows over Meg. And that's not... The Shallows wasn't like great like an amazing, absolutely mind-blowing movie, but I preferred it to the Meg. Foot's going to sort of swivel on the floor a bit. Yeah, because what's good about doing this little guy down here is now the tail is going to be pretty much the only thing in shot. Right, so now let's merge all those together. I didn't actually see 47 meters down, so I can't comment on that one. No, I didn't think I was missing much. I did think about this, the great man, of doing next Jurassic June about TV shows, and I even had a title. I even made a logo for it called Television or Terravision, and it was spelled with a silent P, like Pteranodon. It was going to be like Terravision, Jurassic June Terravision. But I realised I would have to sit and watch a ton of TV shows that I don't really particularly ever really want to watch. And I'd have to watch them to fully understand what the shows are about and comment on them. And I don't really want to do that. So I didn't fancy watching all of the original Dinosaurs series or Primeval or any of that crap. Or Prehistoric Planet. I was like, I'm not doing this. So I scrapped that idea. Let me see if I can bring up something for you. Yeah, look. This was part of the logo. So, Television. That was what it was called, not Terravision. It's Television. This is part of the logo. Hopefully you can see it there. So it was called Television, and that's what I was gonna do for next year, and I got really excited about it, and then it just hit me that I'd have to watch everything, and I was like, no. Ain't nobody got time for that. As that meme goes. You know that funny meme with the black lady? TerraVision's a good film. Yeah, Television. I thought it was like stupid title. Maybe I could pick like one show and then watch it all in time for next year, maybe. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there who'd want to hear my thoughts on Primeval. So that would definitely be top of the list if I was to watch a TV show. That and Terra Nova, maybe. Could do as one-off specials, maybe. The thing is about Primeval, right, and why I never got into it is because I think it was a little bit past my time. It came out during the sort of dead period of Jurassic Park, between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World. And at that point, you know, I'm in my teens, early 20s. Life is changing for Jack. And I was never really a big fan of Doctor Who because I hated how sort of cringy and the English accents were, and it was like kind of English not so much Doctor Who. Doctor Who was very much an English and British show, but Primeval had this kind of like Americanism to it where they were trying to act cool and like this sort of American show. I don't think it had an American in it, but it just came across as cringy. Like the human stuff, the effects were nice, and I like the idea of the show. It was just it came across too like it was trying to be like something Hollywood would produce, and it just came across as just like, I don't know, cringe-inducing. That's how it's always felt to me. Right, are we on to the blue now? Yeah. Oh no. Wait. Don't do that yet. Got the orange. I see. Look now. Now I've set the chat off talking about Primeval. So. What have I done? What have I done? No. Primeval talk. I can't compete with this. I have nothing to give. I have nothing to say. There we go. Now it's time for the blue. I missed a spot on the knee, did I? Thank you. Someone's paying attention. Thank you, Gary. Someone's clued in. Someone's got their eyes wide open. Jurassic Horror asks, which is your least anticipated Disney horror movie? Cinderella, Bambi, Sleeping Beauty, Peter Pan, or both? Well, both indicates 2, and you've given more than 2 options there, so I don't know. I'm not going to watch anything. I'm not gonna watch anything. I'm done watching anything. I'm making stuff, not watching stuff anymore. Unless it's something I want to watch, then I'm not watching anything. And I don't want to watch any of those. Sweet. Right, so now I'm gonna motion blur that. Now we're just going to do a eyelid, because it's actually going to pause on this sort of position for a little bit. Look, okay, I'm going to look up the Terra Nova Spinosaurus and give you my thoughts on its design. I've never seen it, so you're going to get my initial review, okay? Spinosaurus Terra Nova. Yeah? Let's have a look. I mean, there's so many bloody designs here. What am I looking at? Is there a Terra Nova wiki? Dinosaurs Terra Nova, there we go. Spinosaurus. Where are you? There's no Spinosaurus in there. I'm looking at the list of creatures that appear in Terra Nova, and there's none. There's no Spinosaurus. So you guys are you're just talking out your ass. You're just talking out your little buttholes. Made you look. Yeah. He certainly did. Oh, I'm getting a different thing playing in the background now. Let's no, I don't want to listen to that again. Go away. Go away. You play. So there you go, you got the eyelid on there. So blink like that. And then Gonna move those under there. And now, what do we want? Oh, we need to cut out this little guy actually and put him back where he was. And call it Drip Meg 14 because that's the one that's going to be appearing in. Because then this one will fly. I'll animate it flying off the screen like that, so I don't have to animate anymore. You got the eyelid, and then all right, we're on number 15. And really, actually, it should just be if I should just animate the hands and the head, really. That and the head. Look kind of like an armless chicken. Get rid of this guy. No, I'm not actually going to review them, great man. I'm not reviewing Dinosaurs TV series for the next Jurassic June. I'll be there forever. So now I need to work out the hands first, I think. Head. It is interesting trying to animate this dinosaur from these different angles. as it turns its attention towards Mr. Wesley. It's been so long, I can't even remember what Wesley's first name is. Is it Kyle Wesley? I can't remember now. Was it Kyle? I need to go back and watch episode 1 again. Okay. Right, we'll do the colour on this level, yes. So you can see now, because it's just the head, really it's just the head and the hands I want to move. It's going to take no time at all to have it sort of turn its head and look at Wesley, and then it would be a quick turn as well, and then the camera will basically just focus, sort of start to push in on Wesley stood there dumbfounded at what he's seeing. And now we're getting to the part of the stream where things start to quieten down. The chat's exhausted their talk of Primeval, as they always do. And now we start the slow wind down to the end of the night. Here on Radio Jack, on the Radio Dome. talk about Madness Wonka. Don't really give a shit about this film. I have nothing against the guy, but that Timothy, what's his face, who plays Willy Wonka, I've never seen him in a role that I've particularly gone, I find his character charismatic and or interesting to watch. No offense, the guy's a good actor. I think I might still be a bit jaded from June, which I thought was really too slow. And his character was uninteresting. I just could not care less about this movie. I mean, the Hugh Laurie Oompa Loompa looks horrible. It looks like it belongs in the Tim Burton Willy Wonka. Although saying that, this Willy Wonka might actually make people start to like the Tim Burton Willy Wonka. Let's put it that way. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that might just happen. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not bothered by it. It's not my cup of tea. Great Man says, make a sequel to Curse of the Mummy Baby. I already did. I did make a sequel. But it's not just about the mummy baby. Although it does feature the mummy baby grown up. In a brief cameo. But that's not online. It's just like who cares about how Willy Wonka got started? Like that, it just completely undermines the adventure that you go on in the original story. It's like the John Hammond prequel idea. It's boring as hell because you don't want to see it. You'd rather see the people traveling to his location and finding out the magic that's been going on there. You don't want to see how he came about and how he won people over. It's like, who gives a shit about that? I enjoyed bits of the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I didn't like other bits. It wasn't the worst film I'd ever seen, but obviously it was nowhere near the original. But that kind of goes without saying. rather see a movie about like all the lawsuits that Willy Wonka has to face after people like float off after drinking his burp juice, like, or whatever it is. Yes, they fly off, and like maybe someone's teenager floated off into space and died. And Willy Wonka is like facing all these lawsuits from these fat bereaved families. That's what I want to watch. Where's that movie? See, that was pretty good. Yeah, now I want to duplicate that layer again. Oh, did Adult Swim already do that bit? Willy Wonka and the lawsuits. That's probably where I got the idea from. I've probably seen it, and it's just in my head from years ago. Well, here's a movie, look. Here's a movie I really want to see. Okay? How about Predator versus Willy Wonka? So, like, the Predator goes to Willy Wonka's factory and is trying to track down Willy Wonka to hunt him for his skull, and wants to mount Willy Wonka's skull on the wall. And then the Predator has to deal with, like, all the, you know, crazy factory. It's fighting off all the Oompa Loompas. It's got loads of like tiny little skull trophies from all the Oompa Loompas that it's like beheaded. Their tiny little spines. All these orange heads mounted on the walls. Where's that movie? I want to see that. And like Willy Wonka has nothing to defend himself except for like a knife. Like that's all he has. Like he has all these crazy wacky inventions, but none of them can do anything to the Predator. Like you think Willy Wonka's going to do really well because it's like, oh, he'll you know, have some sticky gum wall or something that the Predator gets stuck to, but the reality kicks in that this thing is, you know, that doesn't stop it. So he just picks up like this knife from like the staff kitchen. He's just running around his factory screaming his head off trying to get away from this Predator that's like coming after him. It's like Willy Wonka is just totally unmatched. It's like totally unfair. He like covers himself in chocolate like the mud, you know, to try and like hide from the Predator. But the chocolate's warm, so the Predator can just see him really quick, like really quickly goes, ah, there he is. Willy Wonka's just screaming his head off. Ah! Ah! His cane has a sort of... His cane just snaps as soon as he fights the predator with it, his cane just snaps instantly. It's gone. It's out of the picture. It's totally an unfair fight. Willy Wonka's fucked. He's done. Everyone's expecting Willy Wonka to have all these crazy things, like you're saying. He has like candy steroids or whatever, but no, he has nothing. That's what you expect, but no, he's too shocked by the fact that there's this giant hulking predator in his factory that's trying to kill him that he can't concentrate, and so he just panics. He just goes into full panic mode. He tries to escape through the chocolate tube, but the predator just comes in after him. So you have this image of like the predator going around the chocolate tubes, coming after him. He tries to disorientate the predator by going on his crazy wacky boat through the tunnel. Which direction we're going? And really it just goes against him, because the predator's it doesn't work against the predator's thermal vision. So the predator can still see perfectly, but he's now in this tunnel going crazy as he's watching the predator slowly come towards him. And guess what the predator says? It goes, "Want some candy?" And then shanks Willy Wonka right in the stomach with his blades. He's like, and he's in that spinning tunnel, and the predator rips his spine and skull out. And then you just see the predator eating a Wonka bar, chewing right through a golden ticket as well. Just ripping right through it, not even paying attention to the golden ticket. And that's how Willy Wonka met his end. So. But it's not even an unfair fight, Gary. It's not that he's like Willy Wonka's the underdog and he eventually overcomes the predator. No, it's just the predator comes in and essentially just murders Willy Wonka. There's no fight, because the predator thought the predators like us thought Willy Wonka was actually going to put up a fight, and he does with his cane. That's what gets the predator interested. But it was not a fair fight. Hello, Zool. Oh shit, I just drew that on the wrong layer. Want some candy? Well, I know what the title of this stream's going to be then. Willy Wonka versus the Predator. Predator and the Chocolate Factory. just love the idea of Willy Wonka running around his factory, screaming his head off. He gets in the glass elevator to try and escape, but the Predator just shoots it down. It just smashes into a load of pieces. No! No! This whimsical character. No! I can't even draw. Alright, what's going on in the memes folder? Let me have a look. Let's see. There's no picture in there. You made me look. You made me look. No! No! Doesn't even sound like what you expect Willy Wonka to sound like when he's screaming. Doesn't he have like goggles or something in the Tim Burton one? Like he puts those like weird goggles on or something. It's like he puts those on to try and see the Predator. Oh God, no! Just trying to get the angle of the head a bit right here, because maybe that top bit will go down a little bit. Because it's going to go sort of out of view at this angle, isn't it? Yeah, be a little bit more like that. His candy goggles, yeah. His lollipop lenses. So he's trying to look for the Predator for his lollipop lenses. And if anything, it makes it worse. The Predator goes even more invisible. See, this is going to be this is the difficult part. It's just trying to get this to look right. Actually, no, say that. At least, it's going to be blurred anyway, so whatever, Trevor. Time right is it in the UK? 1:45 in the morning. Trailer voice from Zool. They thought they had uncovered every secret the humans had to offer to enhance their species. They were wrong. This June, Predator and the Chocolate Factory. I'm still giggling inside. Just the idea that Willy Wonka has all these crazy inventions. He has all this crazy candy, but because none of it works against the Predator, like nothing, that he's just resorted to running around his factory alone with a knife that he's found in the kitchen. That's it. That's all he's been resorted to. He's like gone back to like primal sort of state. Looking like oh god, looking like the what's her face from The Shining? So running around the Overlook Hotel, knife in her hand. That's what Willy Wonka's like. He sends the Oompa Loompas after the Predator, and that's basically what gives the Predator the green light to hunt Willy Wonka, even though it's like he's not much sport for the thing. But the Oompa Loompas are like they're trying their best with all their weaponry and all the stuff that they've got at their disposal, but the Predator just. You know how like the Predator has like a load of little skulls and a belt round its chest or round its like waist? It's just loads of Oompa Loompa skulls it's got round it. Even like the Predator decides to, because it's in a chocolate factory, in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, decides to start like noshing on one of the Oompa Loompa skulls like it's an everlasting gobstopper. Just hear it rattling around his teeth like, as it sucks the flesh off the little Oompa Loompa's orange head. Hear its little skull rattling around in its mouth. Want some candy? Right, I'm probably going to do one more, and then Bitty Bye Bye Bows for old Jackie boy, because I've got to be up. Willy Wonka versus Predator. You know what, actually, let me warp this one. Probably should be like there, right? Eh. Yep. So now I'm going to duplicate that again. How many do I think it needs? You know what? I might just do the last one and then see how it turns out. So I kind of want its head to be like an arrow pointing right at Wesley. So you know what? I'm going to borrow the Trudon thing as a kind of guide. I think it can be a bit wider. Hey, does that work? I'll get it. I'll get it. It's trial and error. And imagining what it looks like at that angle. I wanna know. It's a great idea, isn't it, Zul? Just the idea of the Predator undeterred by Willy Wonka's attempts to escape it. Throwing his candy at it. Trying to swim away in the air. Like as he floats away with that flying candy. I think it might be the eye that's throwing me off a bit, actually. See you later, Big Shark. Thank you so much for coming along, as usual. Okay, alright, we'll just see the colour on this head and then I think I'm done for tonight. So actually, you know what, maybe no, it should be alright. Get the orange. That the whole shot. Scary. It might be. It might be. I'll have to put it into the edit and then see, which I'm not going to do tonight. And then, if not, I can just go back in and add some frames here or there. But I think I've got pretty much all the shots I need, actually. All the frames. But we'll see how we go. Dino-Man says, also Jack, that shot French kiss because I thought you were making a poster for the product, but it's an animated. Oof, freaking great camera angles. Thank you. Yeah, like you weren't here at the beginning, but the frame starts off over here, comes over here, it's going to go up and then down. So it's quite a big frame because the camera's going to be moving around it. So yeah, there's quite a bit in this one. But it's actually going to be like only a few seconds long, so.
Breathing
Right, now. That's the other way around, isn't it? It's going to go in. I have to do an eyelid on this one as well. Oh no, maybe not. Now I've got to get it looking directly at Wesley. So where's his little face? There he is. Does that look like it's looking at him? No, kind of looks like it's looking at the ground. It needs to be up a little bit more. It needs to be like that. That's better. And then that's the orange. That's that. Let's do the blue. There she blows. Okie dokie. Right, so I think that's it. Maybe number 16. Maybe number 16's head. I'll just warp a little bit and then blur it. Just more in the... Oh god. No, I want to warp it. Warp it, please. No. No. Need to warp. Not that one. This one. Congrats on completing the entire Jurassic June videos. Well educated with more Dino movies I hadn't even heard of. Also went and saw some from your old channel. Nice. Yeah, it was a lot of fun doing that. Lots of movies I'd never even heard of. Crazy how many dinosaur movies there are. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a bit more motion blur into this. Because his head is meant to be whipping around quite quick, so... Yeah. Okay, so let me save this. And then let me check out the dinosaur babes for research purposes. Yeah. Right. I am gonna, before I go, make the boring task of saving each frame. Saving all of it, actually. So first things first, let's make a folder for us to go into. I'm going to call it Rep Mega Fight 2. Do the sky first. Save the background. Oh, thank you. Hopefully it'll look good in motion. File, save. Save that as M1 for Mega 1. M2. Saving all this, so at least I have all the layers done. Now, what did I just do? I saved that as bloody M6 tonight. Hello, Twisty Slap. You've turned up just as I'm about to end the stream. Way ahead of Adult Swim's new Superman show. It's a little one, but also funny for its anime style. No. I'm not really into superhero stuff, so not really my bag. Yeah, I noticed that like I missed some of the holes in the thing. Anyway, save as M10. Oh, what's going on with M11? Why has it gone faded? Did I not unfade it and I saved it? Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Alright. makes it solid, right? Can't believe I did that. M14. A little and the eyelid. Thanks for popping by, Twisty Slap. Oh, you're getting on a flight to Spain. Well, have fun on your flight. Safe flight. Enjoy wherever you're going. If you're going home or on holiday or whatever, just enjoy it. File, save as, and 15. Getting there. Close to the end. 2 more. And 16. And M. Oh, look at that. It's got a little blurry shoulder. Just gonna fix that up. Sorry if he's a little bit rough around the edges, but that'll do. So file, save as, M17. Right, so I saved the last one. That's it. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a long one. How long have I been streaming for? Nearly 4 hours. Wow. Alright. Well, thanks for coming along, everyone, and I will catch you when I next catch you. Peace! See you later.